What do you think about that? I was wondering about that. Well, that's not good. It's so cool!
All right. What's the answer? Exactly.
Nice going!
All right.
That's incredible! Hey, hey! Hmm? Unbelievable. Huh?
What?
No, but... What?
Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Persona 5 New Game Plus. We are here with the last free day before the Social Studies School trip, which will start a new sequence of NPC conversations and things like that as we go to a television studio, and then the television show that is recorded there then becomes the talk of the town for a little bit. So that means that we're going to spend the start of this episode going around checking out a lot of conversations, to sort of really tie up the end of the Madarame situation. Unlike, I feel like Kamoshida got a bit more time to almost breathe in terms of the gap between when Kamoshida ended and then Madarame began, whilst Madarame is almost quite quickly, you know, pushed under the rug. Now, I guess there's reason for that in the sense that obviously Madarame is a lot less directly linked to Shujin than Kamoshida was, but it is something that I thought, you know, you can notice there. So the story, we can see that just from the start that there's a bit more stuff undergoing, especially with regards to like Makoto and the principal. There's definitely some suspicious activities going on there. And you get that little scene with Arn, which starts a little bit of conflict between Arn and Makoto, at least very early, you know, extra conflict as it were at the start, which we'll see comes into play quite a lot moving forwards as we go towards the third palace and start looking towards hitting the third main palace of the game. So what does that leave us to do today? Well, so today is a longer episode than usual, and the reason for that is it's going to be the first of a few episodes throughout this playthrough in which I'm going to do a fair amount of jump cuts in order to show you guys everything that you can do within a specific activity. So there are certain activities which there are lots of different options, but unfortunately because there are limited time slots throughout the game, we can't realistically expect to see every single one. And, you know, that's obviously just part and parcel of the game. Indeed, even within that, there are things that we're not going to be able to see on this playthrough, and that's just something that we're going to have to settle with. But so, what I've got here is, this episode is the first episode that we decide, we take our Joker, and Joker's going to hit up the gym, and he's going to try and get swole. He's going to, we're gonna try and get some gains going. We're gonna properly work out for a strong 2-week period, pretty much. And in that time, we're gonna see all of the different interactions that you get at the gym, and then all of the different interactions that you get if you work out in your room, which is something else that you can do. So 2 main activities. One involves going to the gym. That requires making some progress with Ryuji's confidant. In doing so, you then unlock the chance to go to the gym in Shibuya. And then you've got the working out in your room, which you can do at any time. Using this, you just need to interact with the chair in your room, and doing so allows you to, you work out. And yeah, so this episode is sort of going through all of the different options that we have regarding that and what they offer us. So working out at the gym gives you increases to HP and to your maximum HP and your maximum SP, which, as you can imagine, are pretty useful benefits to have. There are 4 stages to the program, as it were, your gym program. And you increase your stage after you do the same activity 4 times. So the first time you go will be, say, the treadmill, and then the second time you go will still be the treadmill, the third time will be the treadmill, and the 4th time will be the treadmill. So you have 4 in a row, and then after that you'll move on to the next activity in the gym, which I think was like lifting weights and stuff like that. Now the first 3 times that you attempt an activity, you will get the same increase to your stats each time. So for the treadmill, you get 3 increase to HP and 2 to your SP. For the second activity, it's 5 and 3, so 5 HP, 3 SP. For the third one, it's 7 and 5, and for the last one, you get 9 to your HP and 7 to your SP. And then for the 4th one, and if you go to the gym at any time once you've already completed all, 16 activities, then it's just an increase of 1 to your HP and 1 to your SP. So it's really not that, not massively useful past a certain point in the game. And yeah, so that's sort of how the training in the gym at least works.
Well,
And so you can get, and it's available day or night. It requires, I think, 2,000 yen, which isn't really too much. And yeah, it's a decent way of increasing your HP and SP, even though that's really not something that you really need to worry too much about over the course of the game. The other one that you can do is training in your room, and the difference there is that training in your room will only increase your HP. You don't get any increases to your SP. But the actual format of 4 activities that you do 4 times each, with the first 3 times giving you a different amount and the last time of each activity only giving you an increase of 1 to your HP, is exactly the same. And in this case, the increases to your HP are 5 for the first activity, 6 for the second, 7 for the third, and 8 for the fourth. So, again, it allows you to increase your HP. It's free, but it's also, it's a free activity, which is nice, in the sense that it doesn't require any money, but it doesn't increase your SP as the sort of the downside, and also you can obviously only do it in LeBlanc, and so the days where you start at school you can't do it until the evening, and so you can't do it during the day of certain days. So that's the final thing that we should say about the different activities is that for any of the activities you can take a protein or a moist protein in order to increase the effect. So if you take a protein, you will get an additional 1 HP whenever training at home, and you'll get an additional 2 HP and 1 SP whenever training at the gym. If you're doing using the moist protein, that then increases, I think, to 2 HP at home, and then you get 2 SP instead of 1 SP at the gym. And I think over the course of the next montage, so we've just arrived at the gym, and so at the gym you also get these interactions with the personal trainer at the start of every single new activity that you do.
oh,
And so what's going to happen now is that we're going to have a montage of pretty much all of the different activities that you do as Joker. All of the different activities, and then we'll go to our room and we're going to do all of the room activities as well. And so there are a few things included. I'm pretty sure I use both types of protein over the course of it. The moist protein you can only buy when it's raining, pretty much. And then on top of that, there's some little additional things. For example, if you get Kawakami to make some infiltration tools, you can get. She will then watch you if you work out, which I think is quite funny. And yeah, so just some small bits, and just really showing you everything that's going on. You can tell by the date that we've jumped ahead a fair bit. I waited essentially until the next palace run because. By that point, I've got a long sequence of days in which lots of freedom, long sequence of days in which I can just consistently go to the gym every single day and work out in the room at night. So that's why we've shifted ahead in terms of days. But the important thing to say is that the net thing for the actual playthrough is that I do the gym. The gym is a fixed event, so the first time we've gone to the gym actually counts as a time slot used. And then in the evening we decide to read, which admittedly might not have been the best choice of evening activity, but I can't change it now. Long way past this, as you can tell by the dates here. So we've got a lot of progress. A lot of progress has been made in that regard. So with that in mind, the one last thing I will mention, because I've just remembered, if you have a day, for example a Sunday or a holiday, in which you start the day in your room, So the morning slot, or the sort of, there is no after school slot because school doesn't happen, and you start the day in your room. You can work, if you work out in your room, you can then do that twice in one day. And so that, if you are really looking to almost maximize your slots, you could wait for those days, of which there are a lot of during, say, the summer break and stuff like that. And then you could work out in your room and really quickly build up your HP stats, you know, in probably the most efficient way possible, whilst using the least number of slots over the course of the day. Anyway, so that is going to be it for this episode. So I'll probably, I might speed these up just a little bit, just because otherwise it's a pretty long episode. I think it's another half an hour, or sorry, not half an hour, another 15 minutes or so of raw footage. So I'll speed up the rest, just to sort of zip through all of this. But you know, feel free to slow it down and have a look at each of the different scenes at the gym. And I hope you enjoy the rest of it, and I hope to see you on the next, where we're going to hit, as we've said before, we're going to hit the social studies strip, we're going to hit some more story, so a bit more cutscenes, as we start building up towards the activities that lead into the third palace. Alright. So, I hope to see you then. Alright.
One head back. Nice going. Nice going.
Alright.
One head back.
You're back.
Where have you been? Been searching all along. Been racing while alone. Without a clue. Without a sign. Without resting now. There is a question to be asked. Where have I been? I'm a shashaku.
Oh, you want to do it?
Where have
Okay.
been searching all along.
Yes! Now, let's carry out our plan. Okay. Hey! Nice going!
Alright.
Well then. Okay. Nice going!
Alright.
Well then. Okay. Nice going!
Alright.
Well then. Okay. Nice going!
Alright.
Well then. Whoa. 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 Nice going!
Alright.
Well then. Yep. Sorry. Nice going!
Alright.
Well then. Yep. Nice going!
Alright.
Well then. Oh, you want to do it? Yes! Now, let's carry out our plan. Yep. Nice going!
Alright.
Yes! Now, let's carry out our plan. Yep. Yeah. Nice going.
All right.
Well then. Now, let's carry out our plan. Yeah. Nice going.
All right. All right.
Well then. Yeah. Nice. Nice going.
All right.
Well then.
Make sure you close up.